I see you like you not used to killers being 17. Shit, my co-defendant killed 9 people.
Why is he laughing about?
Fuck.
He got convicted of that?
And admitted to
it's
it.
normal to be out here 15,
he was
16,
15.
17-year-old shooting up people. That's okay. Normal. He asked him like you used,
so the murder charges
that you used to seeing kids being
You're the
killed. Like that's normal. Like normalizing something that's
and he was found
horrible.
guilty, you were found innocent.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Over the same case.
Yeah.
And he's still laughing. Like, why is this so funny to this man? Did he take the stand at all? He
took a stand on me. Again, for me though.
On your behalf.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. And
he got me indicted, but when the time for court,
what do you mean he got you indicted? Explain.
He got me indicted. He said
you did it.
Yeah.
And then he changed his mind?
Yeah, when it was time for trial, he got on the stand and told the truth.
This is what I don't understand. Because so many black people love him and act like Boosie just the realest and for us and all this. If he was a real man, he would not be up here laughing, smiling about a 15-year-old that went down because of him. Because he probably ordered that young man to kill them people. And if you was a real man or a real black man, you're not going to want to see another young black man throw away his life because of your foolishness. If you wanted to do the crime, you should have did it. But what he did was he stuck it on his 15-year-old. And now this 15-year-old doing murder behind something that Boosie ordered him to do it, doing life in prison while Boosie out here and y'all celebrating this murderer, this man that threw away a young black man's life. But y'all acting like, oh, he the baddest, oh, he the realest, he for us. This the man y'all celebrating, he laughing at this 15-year-old black man that was misguided, that probably trusted Boosie as a friend, that looked up to him in these streets. That's why y'all don't need to trust these streets. These streets ain't for y'all young black brothers and black sisters, young Hispanics, young whites, young urban youth. They not for you. Boosie don't care nothing about their young black brother. He in prison for the rest of his life because of Boosie. And Boosie, all he got to say is, and admitted it. And admitted it. He did more than what you could have did, because you said he got up there and told the truth. If he would have told the truth, he probably would have told on you. He was more of a man than you was. He went down for something you told him to do, something you couldn't even do. Because of all your money, they let you out and they put this kid in prison. The system is flawed. But it's the man that y'all glorified. Idolatry is a sin to God. Boosie, you need to repent. That young man is in prison because of something you did, because you ordered him to kill 9 people, and all you got to say about it is laugh about it. But the last time I checked, don't you got a son close to this young man's age? Ain't your son like 15, 16, 17, 18? What if somebody did that to your son? Then you be ready to kill him, but you laughing at this young black man in prison because of your butt. And if I wasn't saved, I'd be cussing you out. But this the man that y'all black folks glorify. All the black folks in the hood, you say one thing, you say Boosie murdered them or he ordered them. And some of y'all say that, oh, well, calling the shots for somebody to get killed is not the same thing as having, like, pulling the trigger. Yes, it is. If they did because of you, you are the responsibility. That was Boosie's fault to have them people killed. And he's sitting up there laughing at this young man in prison for the rest of his life because this young man trusted him because he thought he had a friend. That young man in prison, he more of a man than you. He got up there and admitted to what he did. He in prison, but he did it because of you. And you out here running free. And you laughing at the fact that this 15-year-old boy is in prison. But this is the man that y'all glorify. The hood glorified. This Boosie, oh, he's so real, he for us. But he laughing at this black man being in prison because of his foolishness. But this is who y'all glorify. And he laughing at it. Oh, he got up there and told the truth. No, he didn't, because he would have told on you. He might have been too scared to tell the truth because y'all would have killed him. Because you done set this young man up and he in prison. But this is who y'all say is, oh, he's so real, he's so much of a black man. If he was a real one like y'all think Boosie is, he would have never had that black man set up. That young black brother that's 15, probably ain't got a father. Boosie probably wasn't raised with a father. And now you repeating the cycle, hurt people. But to be so cold-blooded, like I had no idea he was so cold-blooded that you laughing. Do y'all see how evil this man is? I didn't know he was evil like that. I figured Boosie did some stuff and probably had some people killed, but I didn't know he was that evil. To have a 15-year-old in prison and then be laughing about it because you ordered him and he went down and you didn't go down because you Boosie and they don't know them, so you stuck it on him. And then for you to sit up there and be laughing at it, knowing good as well you got a son his same age, knowing good as well these black people out here glorifying you and they need to be glorifying Jesus and glorifying his rap life. That's why y'all need to turn from idolatry. He got a son his age. What if somebody would have did that to his son and he laughing? That sounded laughing matter. That's not cool. And I just wanted y'all, have y'all seen this? Cause I've never seen this. I've never really been into Boosie. Everybody from Dallas, everybody from the hood loves Boosie. But I stopped listening to secular music. I was never really into rap like that. Only song I kind of liked that he had was Wipe Me Down. A little bit. Because I never understood the real, recognize real ends don't speak. Like, well, we can't speak and still be real. But otherwise than that, it just doesn't make sense. It baffled me how his evilness showed on this short clip, 20 seconds. But he was just laughing and smiling. A young man is in prison. His life is thrown away because of you. And all you got to do is smile and laugh at it. But y'all say this a real one. This a real black man. Real black men gonna keep it real with you. They're gonna say, hey, I've been in the streets. I've been in prison. You ain't nothing good for you. I want you to go to school. I want you to go to college. They not finna sit up here and be smiling and laughing. Then he was careful about how he answered the questions because he know he wrong for putting that young brother in prison. He told my assailant killed 9 people. Yeah, because you ordered him to. And now he in prison and you out here free. Everybody glorifying and loving on Boosie, and this is the type of man he is. Y'all need to think twice. This man is a monster. He laughing at his assailant because of something he ordered his young assailant, misguided black youth to do, and then he laughing at the fact that this young man is in prison for the rest of his life. Never mind the fact that he got a son around his same age. Never mind the fact that you know these streets is cold. You know how heartless it is, but you don't care that you threw this young man's life away. But this the young man y'all bragging on. Y'all need to pray for Boosie. Boosie, you need to repent because the Bible say you reap what you sow. And if you don't repent, you're going to hell. You're going to burn in hell. But if you repent, God will have mercy on you. And you need to go back and tell the truth about what happened and help get that young man out of prison because you misguided him. You probably should be there in his place. You need to repent and God will have mercy on you. And we need to pray for that young brother that Boosie led to prison. Because if he killed them people, he did it because Boosie, you ordered him to. And you know it. And you sitting up there laughing about it. That's another young black man from the same streets you from, probably looked up to you, probably thought you was this and that, and you sit up there and turned on him. Now his heart probably cold, because he probably adored, he probably looked up to you, like he thought you was about that life. You's a coward. You got a young black brother in prison, and you laughing at it, and you got a son his same age. That ain't a man, you ain't a black man, you a coward. That ain't no real one. That's a coward. And you laughing at it? And this who y'all worship and glorify when you only supposed to worship and glorify Jesus? But y'all put Boosie on the pedestal like he's so real. But he laughing at this young black brother for being in prison for something he ordered him to do. And he should be there with him. Black people, we need to rethink our choices, who we celebrate, and the type of lifestyles that we feed into and glorify. It is against God. And Jesus said you're going to reap what you sow. And he will not be mocked. Repent, Boosie. And pray for that young brother in prison. I pray he get out because he was a juvenile. He was misguided. He trusted Boosie. Boosie, you set him up. He in prison for the rest of his life. And you out here laughing at him. And you got a son his same age. You ain't a black man. You ain't a man. That's a coward. That ain't what a real one would do. So an OG would tell him, you don't need to be in these streets like this. You wouldn't even have that young brother doing that. And you sitting up there glorifying the fact that these kids out here without fathers that turn into gangsters and gangs and killing people. Like, oh, you must don't know it's young killers out here. He was 17. No, he was 15. That ain't nothing to glorify. That brother needed guidance. He needed Jesus. He needed a father in his life. He trusted you and you set him up and threw his life away in prison and you laughing about it. But you got a son the same age as you. And you from the same streets and he trusted you, but you laughing about it? And this is the type of man that y'all want to put on the pedestal. He a real one? That ain't a black man. Boosie, check yourself. You're a coward. You're a lame. That ain't what the real ones do. That ain't even what OGs do. Cause they gonna keep it real. You ain't keeping it real. You keeping it real cowardly. You got a kid taking a rap for some whack stuff that you did, for some killings and some murders that you did or you had him do, and you got him spending the rest of his life in prison when you know good as well you told him to do it. And you got him taking all the stuff. You got him taking all the heat. He more of a real one than you. He misguided. He less to blame. He a kid. You a grown man. Y'all need to pray for Boosie and pray for this person. Boosie, I hope you repent. Because if you don't repent, you're going to reap what you sow. You laughing at that young man that you misguided. He in prison because of you. And you got the nerve to laugh at him. And you got a son his same age or a little bit older. Shame on you, Boosie. And y'all black people, we need to start watching who we put on these pedestals and glorifying these lifestyles. These people are monsters. You laughing at a young black man in prison because of you, and all you can do is laugh at it? All you can do is find it as a joke instead of wanting to get him help, wanting to get a lawyer to turn his case around, admitting that you was wrong. If Boosie don't come back in these next few years and look at that interview and say, man, I was sick, I was wrong, I repent, something is wrong with him, and something is wrong with y'all for thinking this is okay. It ain't okay. That's sick. That's not even a man to laugh at a young black brother that was misguided because of your actions. A real one is going to go down for himself and ain't going to snitch on nobody. You got him killed, you do the time. Why you got this kid doing the crime and then doing the time, and then you out here laughing at him because you misguided him because he trusted you? Y'all need to rethink it. Y'all need to pray for Boosie and that young man. Boosie, you need to repent. It's just going to be, you're going to have to face the wrath of God. If you don't repent, you're going to hell. You need to repent. Ain't nothing real about you laughing at this young man and misguiding him. He trusted you, and you led him to murder and all. Even if he was already a murderer, for you to sit up there and laugh at this kid who grew up in the streets, was into the wrong thing, and then like kind of use his vulnerability or what life gave him that wasn't right, and then kind of be like, oh, well, he wasn't nothing. He was already a murderer. Let me have him take my rap. No, God is going to deal with you. God sees everything. And for you to laugh at it, and you from the same streets, and both of y'all probably didn't have a dad, and both of y'all needed guidance, but for you to trick him and mess him up like that, and then think it's a joke, like his life is nothing, and he a whole kid, and you a grown old man, that's messed up. And y'all know it is. But y'all say Boosie a real one. Boosie a lame. Boosie is lame. And Boosie, if you're a real one, you need to come back and repent for what you did. Because you got this kid in prison and you laughing at him. That's lame. That's cowardly. That's whack. Real ones don't do that. They're going to keep it real. They're going to protect the young black youth from going through the same stuff they went through. They're not going to want them to be in prison. You're going to want him to go to college. You're going to want the best for him like you want for your son. But I guess you assume because maybe he was already doing this and doing that his life don't matter. God gonna deal with you, Boosie. You need to repent. He loves you, but he wants you to repent. And he's only having mercy on you. It only ain't came back around yet because he wants you to repent. He giving you time to repent. Pray for the young man in prison. I pray they let him out because he's a misguided youth. And I pray that Boosie, I pray you repent and get right with God, because if you do, he'll have more mercy on you. Stop glorifying this rap, these rappers, this rap life and all this stuff lead to hell.